So South Africans are Africans. They are citizens of the nation of South Africa. They reside on the continent of Africa. For decades, this country, they are African. Whether they are white or black, they are African. And for decades, this country has taken in millions of refugees from several African nations that have been destabilized. Somalia, so much so that we've changed the entire demographic of a U.S. state. But Somalia, Eritrea, South Sudan, Democratic Republic of the Congo.
What do all those places have in common?
We've taken in millions.
Yeah, well, what do all those places have in common, Caroline?
So now we're taking in, what they all have in common is every single one of those nations that I just listed, including South Africa, are African countries.
No,
and we've taken in millions from the others, but we're taking in 6,000 from South Africa, and everyone's up in arms.
Is that all of those countries
that's what's
have
on here, and actually
we're experiencing war,
and it's embarrassing.
Famine, civil war.
It's so embarrassing. All are African.
It is not that, okay? Obviously, right? Those are places where there is actual conflict, where there is actual war, where people are actually being killed. Trump is basically saying the only people who we will let into this country are white people.
Yeah,
they're African.
He basically, no.
Whether they are white or black, they're African.
White
and
people.
they're
Caroline,
racial
you are making us look ridiculous
with
right
the
now.
Expropriation
You are making
Act
us look ridiculous. This is a completely racist argument. You can keep talking, but it's completely racist. If I say only white people are allowed in, it's racist.
And that is a policy for
and then they gave them a gift bag of basically white Christian supremacist propaganda.
Okay, all right,
I don't know why you're going on about this. It makes us look absolutely idiotic.
Back up. Josh, back up.
This is like I don't even know where to start with this. Is this how you actually feel? Like are you giving your real opinions right now? I feel like this is not how you actually feel about this.
The United States has had an extremely generous refugee policy in regards to several African nations. Now that South Africa is one of them, there's a problem. When was the problem? When we were taking in millions from every other destabilized African
and it's embarrassing.
This is very deliberately obtuse, I would say. I'm going to kind of skip over some of this and say...
Can somebody explain the Expropriation Act in South Africa and what's going on there?
No, we don't want to do that,
Caroline. The first thing about that is that what you're saying, that Expropriation Act, no property has been expropriated. You know that, right?
No, that's not true.
It is true.
You read the executive order that the Trump administration wrote.
No property has actually been expropriated.
I think there's 6,000 South Africans that would beg to differ.
So you're talking about something that is basically hypothetical when here's the reality of life in South Africa. 3 decades after apartheid, which apartheid means that black people were subjected to laws that prevented them from living as equal citizens. Black South Africans, who account for more than 80% of the country's 63 million people, face far higher unemployment than their white counterparts, 35.8% compared to 8%, okay? White households average almost 5 times more wealth than black families. So, okay, in South Africa, I'm sure they have plenty of problems internally. But this idea that there is a genocide happening in South Africa against white people is fictitious. Here's one person who was brought into this country as a refugee. He says he left behind a Jaguar sports car, a Range Rover, and what he estimates to be property worth at least $300,000. He plans to sell them all so that he can come to the United States as a refugee. Meanwhile, we're saying to Americans, don't go to Haiti because you might die, but we want to send 350,000 asylum seekers, essentially, back to Haiti because Stephen Miller doesn't like Haitians.
Well, because it's a different program.
I don't think it's because Stephen Miller doesn't like Haitians. I think because
he said as much.
Okay, but I think the Supreme Court of the United States made that ruling. I don't think it's based on the executive branch.
Because the administration wants to deport them, yes.
Okay, but the judicial branch had 6 pretty intelligent lawyers who decided that
they were going to bend their will to the president.
But Arthur, what is the logic of a policy that lets a guy with a Range Rover and a Jaguar sports car in as a refugee, but not someone literally fleeing essentially a civil war?
I don't know the answer to that.
Well, the answer is...
I don't have an answer to that.
If I can, I think we can back it up again to the gift bags. What other group of people have we brought into the country and given gift bags to?
Well, we've given a lot of
other group of
Somalian
people-
refugees $18 billion worth of fraud to buy their own Range Rovers here. I think that's
We
pretty
don't
generous
have any
of the
proof
American
of the fraud
taxpayer.
you're talking
That's
about,
quite a gift
Caroline.
bag.
And let me tell
And it
you,
was
we don't
predominantly
you keep
committed by
blaming
Somalian
things that
look,
aren't
look,
true.
We gotta
They're
go
true.
quickly.
I'm just going to say this is America at its most familiar to me, opening its arms very wide open to white immigrants and not black immigrants, and then telling you not to believe your eyes
Are South
when you've seen
Africans
it.
African?
All right.
Are white
Yeah.
South Africans African?
Next for
Stop
us,
it.
we're going to read some of your feedback.